a little bit of trail here after Dismal Fall. It was pretty cool again to walk through these rhododendron tunnels. You can see when it gets really cold, the leaves just hang real low, so it's kind of a good indicator of just how cold things are. I think right now the temperature is probably about 27, 28 degrees. So really not too bad. When you're moving, you're really generating a lot of heat. Got a few bogs to kind of walk around here. Other nice thing is when it's cold and freezing, a lot of this water is frozen, so it's not quite as bad to walk on. All right, made a stop here at the Wapiti shelter. I guess I'm saying that right, for lunch. Cute little shelter. I'll fall over myself here. Picnic table. Again, an old man hanging out at the picnic table. But, a little overcast today, and temps aren't too bad. It's actually in the 40s. The breeze is a little bit chilly. The trail has just been incredible. We made really good time. We had, so in the previous video, we had the opportunity to stop at Dismal Falls for a little bit. And then the trail was just wide open until we got to here. We're getting ready to do a little bit of a climb, about a 2-mile climb up, which will probably get us huffing and puffing. And we've got about 9 miles total to go until we get to the next shelter. And that's where we're gonna try to stay for the night. Again, the reports are there's a lot more blowdowns going from that shelter on into Pearisburg, and we're expecting a little bit from here as we go up into the ridge line. But we've dealt with them, and we will deal with them again, I guess. So anyways, we'll talk to you all up the trail.
Go ahead, David, tell them where we're at, because I don't know.
We are at some incredible view. This almost looks like it's a green screen behind us. This view is just incredible. So we are somewhere about 2.5 miles up from the Doc's Knob shelter. We finally made it to the top. That was
Oh no, we're going to Doc's Knob.
I'm sorry, yes.
That was Wapiti.
Wapiti shelter, yeah, for lunch. That was a heck of a climb coming up there, but well worth it. I mean, this is probably the best view we've seen all trip.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So we've got about 7 more miles to get to the Doc Knob shelter, and I think we should make it. We think the trail's going to be fairly good. We're expecting a little bit of blowdowns, but I think we'll be able to get there before dark. So yeah, comfortable with that.
Having sights like this, it just like recharges the battery.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Yeah, a little bit windy. Hopefully, it's not picking up too much of the wind, but again, well worth it.
And we want to show you where we're standing. So if you look, see, we're right on the edge there.
So our feet are planted.
Yeah, we are not moving.
We ain't moving. All right, this is the wrap up for our day 8. This is day 8, right?
It
It's all
is,
starting to
yeah,
blur.
day 8, Sunday.
Sunday. That's starting to blur. I'm gonna play with you and see if we get this right. There we go.
All right. Let's
Much
go.
better. I can actually get Joe in there now. So, anyways, long day for us. We left the hostel at 7 o'clock. Had about maybe about a half mile, quarter mile. Not sure.
Yeah, half, 3/8.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll split the difference to get back to the trail where we had gotten off at, and then we took a side trail over to Dismal Falls, which is very well worth it. The side trail was really good. It's fairly just slightly downhill, but really not too bad. and the falls are very much worth seeing. And I can see where in the summertime people would love to go over there and go swimming and stuff. It looked like it'd be a lot of fun, but again, not for these old guys in the wintertime. But anyways, we made really good time coming out of that and stopped at
Wapiti
Wapiti Shelter.
Wapiti Shelter for lunch. Had a little nap.
And we had a mouse encounter in the privy again.
Yeah, mice and privy seem to go with Joe. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's so. I've never had that problem, but
I cleared him out of there. Didn't take any
that's
time
probably
at
what
all.
it is. I let Joe go first. Anyways, and then after that, I think we left there about 12 o'clock and headed toward our final destination, which is the Doc Snob Shelter, which is where we're at tonight. And we got here about 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah.
5 o'clock.
It was a tough hike. We had a pretty strong after lunch, a pretty strong up 2 mile, 1,200 foot ascent that we had to do, and that we did all right. We weren't too gassed.
Yeah.
Took our time, and then there was some just great hiking until we hit the blowdown.
Yeah, yeah, and we met another dad and his son who do section hikes, I guess, every year during his son's spring break. So I'm assuming he must be in high school. It looked like his high school age. But they warned us of the upcoming blowdowns and stuff. And it was, they were bad. They weren't quite as bad as what we faced the other day. So we kind of had our expectations high. So when we got to these, they weren't quite as bad. We could walk around. There was a lot more room to kind of get around them than what we experienced the other day.
Yeah, it did. His pants were torn up pretty
Yeah.
good. The dad he was a little frustrated with it, but his pants were torn up. But it was interesting. They are from Dahlonega, Georgia.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
They're practically neighbors of ours.
Yeah, and one of the bad things is when you try to walk around these things, there's all the vines
Briars,
and briars and stuff that just grab onto you. So I can see how he got his pants all ripped up, and it's something we just have to be careful where. It's almost a good thing that we've got long sleeves on and long pants and all that stuff, because it helps protect us some.
And then earlier in the day, we ran into another hiker. So now we've run into 6 hikers in 8 days, and there was a young woman doing a section hike. Maybe
Yeah.
she's doing a flip or something, but she was coming out of Parisburg, and she told us too about the blowdowns, especially after the shelter. So we're going to probably encounter a bunch tomorrow. We'll try to, if we get some good ones, we'll have to do some video of that.
I'll have to do some video of our gymnastic abilities as we get around them. So yeah, we're about 10 miles out. I think we got about 10 miles into Parisburg. And this will be our first kind of big resupply. The last time we had some boxes that were sent. Actually, Joe's got a box being sent to Petersburg, but I'm going to have to make my first, I don't know if it's Kroger or whatever the grocery store is, but I'll have to go in and buy things. And so right now we're planning to have about 4 or 5 days worth of food and getting to Four Pines. Hostel, or pushing on to Daleville, depending on how the trail, what it gives us.
To us.
Yeah.
Weather's supposed to be good, so we think we can get some miles in. And I don't know if this is maybe premature. Linda, special shout out to you for the exercise video.
Yeah.
We worked on that this morning, and as soon as we get the routine down, we're going to video it for you.
Yeah, just so you can critique us.
Yeah.
And see if we're doing it properly. But thanks a lot. We really do appreciate that. And we will make the most of it. We've been trying to stretch, and you probably get a chuckle out of it, but we do our best to try to stretch, and it certainly makes a difference. But your video should help us do it right.
Yeah, I was laying in bed this morning doing some of the alphabet with
Were
my
you?
feet, but
Were
then
you?
I got stuck at F. I couldn't remember what came after it.
Were you doing a cursive, or were you?
No, I was doing whatever block.
You were just cursing.
You cursing
Yeah,
quietly.
Yeah. So again, hats off to the Weary Feet Hostel. Great place. We got out of there pretty early this morning, so we didn't partake in their breakfast, but they also offer a breakfast that was very tempting, but we knew we had a long day today. In fact, we ended up doing over 17 miles. I'm not even sure what the final number was.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was supposed to be. I think it was pretty close to 18.
Yeah, we were pushing 18 on it. Again, the trail was great. Coming the very first part of the day, going all the way to lunch, was about I think it's almost 8 miles that were relatively flat or a slight incline. And we just flew. We were able to move pretty quick on that. And then, as Joe mentioned, the second half of the day was a little bit more challenging, so it took us a little while longer.
But our spirits were very high when that first 8 miles, because it was like,
Yeah.
Virginia's great.
Yeah, I mean, there is nothing like just being able to kind of let it go and just get in your rhythm and just start walking. And one of the things we found, and we'll probably say this over and over again, but one of the things we found in Virginia, now you always hear people say, well, Virginia's not flat, and that's true. There's a lot of ups and so forth. But the one thing that we have found is there are some long runs of either relatively flat, slight up, slight down, that you can move pretty quick. And I don't remember having those in Georgia, North Carolina, or Tennessee. So it's kind of nice. Again, there are some ups like we've experienced today that will test you, but then there's also some long runs that really kind of help you offset some of that. So Joe, did you look it up?
Yeah, it was 17 and a half back to where you would cut to go to Trent's grocery. So
Okay.
you had what we had to get down to the hostel. We were probably about real close to 18.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you had this 0.6 for the for the Dismal Falls.
Right,
We
yeah,
were
we're gonna
over
get credit
18.
for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're doing good. We're really doing good. We're looking forward to Petersburg. Looking forward to actually going to a real restaurant, maybe making pigs of ourselves. So if you hear some commotion that happens in Petersburg, Virginia, it's probably no filter's fault.
Yeah, it's probably my
not
fault.
Mine,
Yeah.
not mine. I'm well reserved. So, but anyways, great night. It's supposed to get down to about 23 tonight. We're actually sleeping in the shelter. You can see we're inside of it right now. We're actually sitting on a bench that's inside the shelter, which is really nice. I think I did a little video. I'm not sure if we did a video. If not, we'll do one in the morning.
Do it in the morning. Show the shelter.
Of the shelter, because it's kind of a neat shelter. It has a deck on it with a picnic table and some benches and so forth. So it's really nice. Unfortunately, it's also very cold. There's a pile of ice and snow out on it. So we probably won't be up very much longer here. We'll dive into our bags and call it a night. So.
Very close to getting in the bag.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you all in the morning. And again, this finishes up day 8, and the journey continues.
All right. Have a good evening.
Take care.
Morning. We don't know what it is for you. For us, evening.
Whatever.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.